If I look a bit dreamy, that's because the lens has been wiped several times and I can't really see out my glasses. This is the end of a photography session held in the Yorkshire Dales, Malham Cove, which ended in a rather wet affair. Don't get me wrong, I saw some fun, got some decent images, but it was a battle throughout. You join me at a very wet Malham Cove, very windy as well. Why do I do these silly things? Limestone country, I tell you what, it's not the best time to walk across limestone. It's treacherous. I'm trying to search for a composition, but my progress has been hindered by this driving rain. It's getting heavier now. I have found a composition. I'm going to quickly talk you through that. There's no shots of me setting up camera because it's just a case of in and out. I'm hoping it's going to improve. If not, then I'm going to have to abandon ship. Telephoto shot is this using the limestone. I spotted a cluster of nicely formed trees. I think there's about 3 or 4 all gathered together. Lovely, nice photogenic scene. But I wanted to include the limestone. So I'm not struggling. So I've had to focus stack. Well, whether I use it or not, I don't know. I've taken about 5 different images. Focus on the trees. There is quite a distance between the limestone to the trees. Probably about 200 to 300 metres, to be honest. But I'm about a few metres away from the beginning of the limestone. So yeah, about 4 or 5 different images, and I'll probably focus stack them. I don't know. It's about the 3rd time I've been here. I've always really struggled with Malham Cove, but there's things appearing. Whether it's the conditions, it is quite clagged over. It's definitely helping me. But my main battle is the rain, and my concern is getting you wet. I'll carry on. Despite me taking 5 images, all focused at different areas of the scene, I decided not to focus stack and use just the image which was focused on the focal point, in this case the trees. I found if the foreground of the limestone was sharp, then it would compete for attention, and I wanted the eye to go straight to the point of interest. This wonderful cluster of trees. In post-processing, I darkened the foreground but added a touch of dodge and burn, helping to bring out the leading diagonals in the limestone. I used a radial filter to lighten the cluster of trees, and finally edited the whole image using a split tone of yellow for the highlights and blue for the shadows. Why do I do it? So the rain has not stopped. I'm constantly having to wipe my lens. Really is difficult conditions to vlog in, never mind photograph. I have come across this limestone feature. Really good stuff actually to have a good play around. Some nice natural leading lines, and I found this one here, a bit of a diagonal. Wide angles on, and I'm using a landscape orientation wipe time, and there's lots of diagonals coming into the frame on this one. You've got your main one, and you've got some like offshoot diagonals as well coming in and leading onto the background of the limestone paving. So yeah, wide angle on, f16 focused on the foreground. Don't feel a bit rushed, because I am a bit rushed. I'm struggling a bit here. I'm going to persevere, see what else I can find, but if not, probably call it a day and move on. This is the situation, okay? I've perched you, my Canon M50, behind a hawthorn bush. The wind's gathering now, just to join his friend, the rain. It really is difficult, and I'm actually facing the wind as we speak. There's about 2 or 3 compositions I really want to have a go at. The problem is I'm not going to be able to vlog it and talk here. No, I'm not. Oh, there's always some shit. I'm not going to be able to talk you through my compositions as I usually do. I'm going to give them a go though, in regards to the photography. I've come away with 2 decent shots. I just want to add some more to the collection. But really is a struggle. I know I've been here before, but it really is a struggle this time.
I gave up with a tripod and decided just to put my 50mm prime on and go handheld. Lots of opportunities for sure, just works the area, focusing on these trees with the wonderful diagonals, just ensuring some separation between them, or certainly a place to return to when the conditions are slightly better.
So my advice is, if you still wish to go out and photograph in the rain, then bring several wipes and also do handheld shots. Just make sure you've got a quick enough shutter speed to the focal length, but it's a struggle if you're going to faff around with a tripod, and especially filters. Just go out handheld, see what you can find. So, enjoyable, but a struggle, absolutely. The problem I've got is I'm so determined, I want to come back with some decent shots, but I often forget that not all my gear is weatherproof, i.e. this Canon M50, so I run the risk of damaging it. Anyway, I'm off to get shouted at now by the missus for being so wet. Fun. Keep smiling. Till next time. Bye bye for now. Why do I do it? So, the rain has not stopped. Oh, God. So the rain hasn't stopped. I'm having to constantly wipe my lens. Really hard vlogging conditions indeed, but it's not stopping me from my photography. I'm just having a bit of fun with the